The year 1995 was a turning point in video game history, marking both the end of an era and the dawn of a new age. The dominance of 16-bit gaming began to fade as the industry fully embraced 3D technology, setting the stage for the future. With legendary game releases, new hardware, and seismic industry shifts, 1995 was the year that shaped gaming in profound ways, and it still resonates today. Throughout the 80s and early 90s, gaming was largely dominated by 2D sprite-based visuals. Legendary consoles like the NES and the SNES captivated millions, laying the groundwork for the future. Yet a quiet revolution was underway, a revolution that would take gaming into an entirely new dimension. 1995 saw rapid advancements in 3D gaming. Sega, Sony, and Nintendo all pushed the boundaries of graphical fidelity, creating experiences that felt more immersive than ever before. In 1995, hardware innovation was at an all-time high. Sony's PlayStation debuted in North America and Europe, heralding a new era, with its focus on 3D graphics, cinematic soundtracks, and developer-friendly architecture. Its competitor, the Sega Saturn, had already made its presence known, but Sony's aggressive pricing strategy, $2.99 in the US, dealt a blow to Sega, and they struggled to maintain their footing. Nintendo, meanwhile, experimented with 3D, but took a misstep with the Virtual Boy, a failed attempt at virtual reality gaming. The Virtual Boy was discontinued within a year due to poor sales and discomfort caused by its red and black display. In late 1995, Nintendo unveiled the highly anticipated Ultra 64 at the Shoshinkai trade show in Tokyo. The console, later renamed the Nintendo 64, was showcased alongside a lineup of 14 games in development, including the groundbreaking Super Mario 64. The Ultra 64's innovative controller introduced a central 3D stick designed to revolutionize movement in 3D environments. Attendees got a glimpse of its 4 controller ports, hinting at Nintendo's focus on multiplayer gaming. Despite excitement surrounding the console's powerful graphics and non-pixelated objects, delays in game development pushed its release to 1996. The Ultra 64 was poised to challenge Sony and Sega, setting the stage for a new era in gaming. While the hardware battle raged on, 1995 was also a banner year for game releases. Developers were pushing the limits of narrative, design, and technology, delivering titles that would be etched in gaming folklore. At the RPG front was Chrono Trigger, with its groundbreaking time travel mechanics, multiple endings, and a rich narrative. This title set a new standard for role-playing games, a benchmark that still resonates with gamers today. Earthbound was also released and had its own style and gameplay to set it apart, though it did not sell well, which journalists attribute to a combination of its simple graphics, satirical marketing campaign, and a lack of market interest. In the fighting game arena, Tekken 2 and Mortal Kombat 3 redefined the genre. Tekken 2 introduced smoother 3D combat and an expansive cast of characters, while Mortal Kombat 3 pushed the boundaries with its brutal finishing blows, captivating fans and igniting debates about violence in video games. From vehicular combat in Twisted Metal to experimental adventures in early survival horrors, 1995 offered a kaleidoscope of experiences across every genre imaginable. Not to be outdone, platformers of 1995 continued to dazzle audiences. Yoshi's Island built on the legacy of Super Mario World with its hand-drawn visuals and innovative gameplay. Rare released Donkey Kong Country 2: Diddy's Kong Quest that elevated the formula from the original with more dynamic level design, tighter controls, and a deeper challenge that made every moment more rewarding. While Rayman captivated players with its unique artistic style and inventive design, proving that 2D wasn't going away just yet. The year also witnessed a pivotal shift in the industry itself. The monumental success of new consoles signaled the beginning of the end for older consoles. By 1995, the beloved NES was officially discontinued in North America, marking the end of its decade-long reign as the industry's dominant console. It was a moment of nostalgia for many, as the system had introduced gaming to millions of households. Meanwhile, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System was in its twilight years, still producing hit titles, but being gradually phased out in favor of upcoming next-gen hardware. Sega, attempting to outpace Sony, had rushed the Saturn's release, but the console failed to gain momentum against the PlayStation's growing popularity. Sony was the newcomer, but it was winning. The PlayStation was outselling Sega's Saturn, reshaping the industry's future. The year wasn't just about hardware and games, it was a year of major industry changes. One pivotal moment was the founding of BioWare, a studio that would go on to create genre-defining RPGs like Baldur's Gate, Mass Effect, and Dragon Age. Additionally, gaming saw more mainstream recognition, with increased media coverage and expanding market influence. What began in 1995 still echoes through every console and every game released today. It was a year of bold risk and transformative ideas, a year that redefined what games could be. As we look back on this landmark year, we see that 1995 was not just a snapshot in time, it was a turning point that propelled the industry into a future filled with limitless creativity and innovation. 1995 was a defining year for video games, laying the groundwork for modern gaming as we know it. It was a moment of transition. 2D gaming still thrived, but 3D was the future. New consoles changed the industry's trajectory. Legendary games became classics, and fresh studios emerged that would influence gaming for decades to come. For gamers that lived through it, 1995 was a year of wonder and excitement, a year that made us dream of the endless possibilities gaming could offer.